In the vast sun-scorched deserts of Nevada, where the horizon stretches into a never-ending line of red and gold, a team of scientists from the Sagan Research Institute sets up camp. They are on a mission to study a peculiar magnetic anomaly detected by satellites, a disturbance that seemed too regular, too artificial, to be dismissed as a mere geological oddity. Dr. Elena Ward, the head of the expedition, leads the team with a blend of scientific curiosity and steely determination. She's been chasing mysterious phenomena all her life, but something about this site feels different, almost alive. After days of digging and scanning, the team hits something solid beneath layers of ancient sediment. Excitement buzzes through the camp as they carefully clear away the sand and rock, revealing the entrance to an underground chamber. Its door is made from a metal that none of their instruments can identify, smooth, cold, and seamless, with strange symbols etched across its surface. Dr. Ward runs her hand over the markings, feeling their intricate patterns. "This isn't natural," she mutters to herself, excitement tinged with a trace of unease. She gathers her team: Dr. Mark Ishikawa, the geologist, Dr. Priya Singh, the biochemist, and Lucas Rivera, their tech experts, around the entrance. With a collective nod, they decide to open the chamber. As they pry open the door, stale, cold air rushes out, carrying a metallic temps that makes their skin tingle. Inside, a vast cavern opens up before them, dimly lit by glowing crystals embedded in the walls, an energy source that defies explanation. Dust particles dance in the eerie blue light as they step inside, their flashlights sweeping over strange artifacts scattered across the floor. Metallic cubes, twisted sculptures, and remnants of technology far beyond their understanding. At the heart of the chamber lies a large cocoon-like structure, encased in what appears to be a glassy, translucent material. Its surface is covered in organic patterns that pulse faintly, almost as if alive. Dr. Singh moves closer, her breath fogging up the glass as she peers inside. There, suspended in a viscous fluid, is a humanoid figure, its skin a pale, iridescent blue, eyes closed, as if dreaming. Dr. Ward's heart races as she realizes the significance of their find. This isn't a fossil or a relic of ancient Earth. This is a being from another world, preserved in perfect stasis. The team quickly sets up a makeshift lab around the pod, eager to study it, but as they work, Dr. Ward can't shake the feeling that they're trespassing on something meant to remain hidden. As night falls, they decide to camp inside the chamber, too enthralled to leave their discovery. Dr. Ward lies awake, staring up at the shadowy ceiling, her mind racing with the implications of what they've found. Thoughts of groundbreaking research and accolades flicker through her mind. But beneath it all is a gnawing sense of dread, as if they've opened a door that was never meant to be unlocked. Outside, the desert wind howls, and the stars shine down, indifferent to the small, fragile humans who have stumbled upon a secret buried deep beneath the earth. Little do they know, their actions have set in motion events that will change the course of history and their own lives forever. The next morning, the makeshift lab buzzes with activity. Dr. Priya Singh analyzes the fluid encasing the alien figure, while Lucas Rivera attempts to decode the strange symbols found on the chamber walls. Dr. Ward, engrossed in her notes, feels an undercurrent of urgency, something beyond the thrill of discovery. It's a feeling she can't quite shake, as if time is slipping away faster than it should. As the day stretches on, Dr. Singh makes a breakthrough. The fluid, it's not just a preservative. It's maintaining a kind of metabolic stasis, like a suspended animation, she explains, eyes wide with excitement. If we can adjust the temperature and pressure inside the pod, we might be able to wake it up. Dr. Ward hesitates, but curiosity wins out. With the team's agreement, they set to work, adjusting the controls on the pod. The air in the chamber grows thick with anticipation as the fluid inside the pod slowly drains away, leaving the alien's figure clearer, more defined. Its chest rises and falls with shallow breaths, the rhythmic hum of machinery filling the air. Suddenly, the alien's eyes snap open large, and a piercing shade of violet. It bolts upright, moving with a fluidity that's both graceful and unnerving. The team stumbles back, unsure whether to be afraid or amazed. But the alien makes no move to harm them. Instead, it surveys the chamber, its expression shifting from confusion to a cold, calculating calm. Lucas attempts to use a translation device he's rigged together from scraps of their equipment. It takes a few attempts, but finally, a crackling voice filters through. "Why have you awakened me? The danger, it should have stayed buried." The words send a chill through the air. Dr. Ward steps forward, trying to mask her fear with authority. "We're explorers. Scientists. We found this place and thought you might need help." The alien, introducing itself as Exron, seems to struggle with their words, its expressions flickering with unspoken memories. "You do not understand. My people, the Keish. We came to this world long ago, but we were not the only ones here. There is a presence, deep within your planet, that should not be awakened." Dr. Ward tries to press for more information, but Exron's gaze grows distant, and he retreats into silence. The team attempts to gather more data, but the alien remains only warning them that their actions have set something in motion, something that may already be too late to stop. That night, strange occurrences plague the camp. Lights flicker without reason, shadows twist and bend unnaturally across the chamber walls, and whispers echo through the air when no one is speaking. Dr. Ishikawa is the first to notice the changes in their readings. A surge in electromagnetic activity that coincides with Exron's awakening. But even as the team tries to understand these phenomena, they realize one undeniable truth: something has changed since they opened that pod, and the desert around them no longer feels as empty as it did before. As the days pass, Exron begins to speak more openly, revealing fragments of his past. He tells Dr. Ward of how the Kaishari came to Earth centuries ago, seeking a new home after their own world was consumed by a cosmic cataclysm. But their time on Earth was short-lived. Beneath the surface, in the dark depths where no light reached, they discovered something terrible: an ancient consciousness, older than any star, lying dormant. "What kind of presence?" Dr. Ward asks, her voice edged with disbelief. The idea of a sentient force lying hidden beneath their feet is beyond what she had imagined. But Exron's somber expression leaves little room for doubt. "We called it the Void Seed," Exron explains, his voice tinged with a rare emotion: fear. "It is not a creature, not as you understand. It is a parasite that feeds on minds, distorting reality to drive its prey to madness. It consumed many of my people before we managed to contain it. This chamber, the seals, they are all that kept it from awakening." Lucas, still processing the alien's words, suddenly interrupts. "You're saying our research, opening the chamber, it's breaking those seals?" Exron nods gravely. "Yes. I was placed in stasis to ensure it would remain bound, but your interference has weakened its prison. Now it stirs, feeding on the fear you've brought into this place." The air in the chamber grows colder as he speaks, a chill that seems to seep into their bones. The shadows around them twist and writhe, as if alive, and a low, almost imperceptible hum begins to resonate through the chamber walls. Dr. Ward and her team exchange nervous glances, realizing the full extent of their mistake. They have not just awakened an alien, they have disturbed something far older and far more dangerous. That night, the first disappearance occurs. Dr. Singh, who had been working late to analyze the alien artifacts, vanishes without a trace. The team finds her station abandoned, her notes scattered across the floor, but there is no sign of a struggle. Only a dark smear on the ground that seems to pulse with a life of its own. Panic grips the remaining team members as they search the chamber and the surrounding desert. But their efforts yield nothing. Exron warns them that the Void Seed grows stronger with each victim, using their fears against them. He urges them to leave the site. But Dr. Ward refuses. She cannot abandon her missing colleague, nor can she bear the thought of letting something so dangerous roam free. Yet, as the shadows in the chamber grow deeper, and the whispers more insistent, she begins to realize that their choice may not be theirs to make. The thing they have unleashed is no longer content to remain beneath the earth. It is reaching out, learning, adapting. And now, it has found a way to use their own minds against them. The following days are a blur of dread and frantic activity. Dr. Ward and Lucas work around the clock, scouring Exron's fragmented memories and the alien technology for any hint of how to contain the Void Seed. Dr. Ishikawa, who had been steadfast through every challenge they faced, now keeps his distance, eyes darting to the shadows, as if expecting something to emerge. His hands shake when he holds a flashlight, and the shadows seem to cling to him, warping and twisting in ways that defy logic. Exron, weakened by his time in stasis, and the strain of awakening, offers guidance but little comfort. He warns that the Void Seed is not a physical entity. It is a manifestation of darkness, feeding on the mind's deepest fears, and growing stronger with each life it consumes. The Kaishari had managed to trap it by sealing away the fragments of consciousness it devoured, locking them in stasis chambers, like the one he had occupied. But those chambers, Exron reveals, are powered by an energy source that no longer exists on Earth. As they continue to search for solutions, strange phenomena escalate. Equipment malfunctions become more severe, magnetic readings spiral out of control, and communication with the outside world is cut off entirely. The remaining team members hear voices in the empty corridors of the underground chamber, whispers of their deepest regrets, memories long buried, and the gnawing guilt of what they've awakened. Then, without warning, Dr. Ishikawa vanishes. One moment, he is studying the carvings on the chamber walls, trying to decipher the alien script, and the next, he is gone, leaving behind only a discarded notebook and the same dark, pulsating stain that marked Dr. Singh's disappearance. Lucas finds the notebook hours later, his face pale as he hands it to Dr. Ward. Scrawled in Ishikawa's frantic handwriting are the last words he wrote. "It's inside my head. It knows me. It wants me to open the door." Dr. Ward is left reeling. Exron's warnings play over and over in her mind, as the shadows around them grow thicker, and the whispers become voices that she recognizes: Dr. Singh, Dr. Ishikawa, even her own. She fears that whatever this entity is, it's using their minds as a bridge, trying to break free into the physical world. Yet even as the pressure mounts, she refuses to abandon hope. She and Lucas are all that's left, and she clings to the belief that they can still stop this if only they can decipher the alien technology in time. But Exron grows more urgent, his usually calm demeanor cracking. It is too late. The seals are breaking. If it escapes, it will spread beyond this place, beyond this world. You must understand, only one option remains. Lucas, eyes bloodshot from sleepless nights, demands to know what that option is. Exron's gaze darkens, and he speaks in a voice that seems to echo in the very air around them. The Void Seed must be bound by a life force, one that willingly sacrifices itself to power the sealing device. It is the only way to restore the prison. The realization hits them like a blow. To reseal the Void Seed, someone must offer their life. And with each passing moment, the entity's influence grows, leaving them with little time to decide who will take on that final burden. The air inside the chamber has become frigid, and an unnatural darkness seeps into every corner, as if the light itself is being consumed. Dr. Ward, Lucas, and Exron make their way to the central stasis pod, the one that once held Exron. It is their last hope of using the ancient Kaishari technology to trap the Void Seed once more. As they work to repair the damaged systems, Lucas begins to hear voices, gentle, familiar voices, that lure him towards the shadows. Dr. Ward grabs his arm, trying to pull him back, but he looks at her with hollow eyes, a smile that doesn't reach his face. "I can hear them, Alina. They're telling me it's okay. That I can be free of this." Before she can stop him, Lucas steps into the darkness, and it swallows him whole. A guttural, otherworldly scream reverberates through the chamber as the Void Seed consumes yet another victim. Dr. Ward is left standing alone with Exron, the realization settling in that she is the only one who can complete the task. Exron, visibly pained by the loss of the humans who tried to help him, steps forward. "It is my fault that this was ever brought to your world. Let me be the one to end it. My kind failed once before. Let this be my redemption." Dr. Ward looks at the alien, an unlikely ally in a battle neither of them fully understands. She knows that without Exron, she will be left to face the Void Seed alone, but his resolve is firm. Nodding with a heavy heart, she helps Exron connect to the stasis pod, reconfiguring the controls to transfer his life energy into the device. As Exron begins the process, the machinery hums to life, the alien symbols glowing with a cold, blue light. The shadows in the chamber recoil, shrieking with a sound that feels like a knife through the brain. But as Exron's life force drains into the device, the Void Seed launches a final, desperate attack. It manifests as a dark, writhing shape, its tendrils lashing out to snuff out the pod's energy. Exron cries out, his form flickering as the Void Seed's power tries to tear him apart from within. In a final act of desperation, Dr. Ward grabs a power conduit, forcing the remaining energy from the lab's reserves into the stasis pod. The surge of power strengthens the seal, but it also sends a shockwave through her body. Pain sears through her veins, and she feels herself slipping away, but it is enough. The Void Seed's form shudders, collapsing in on itself, as the stasis field reactivates, locking the entity back into its ancient prison. The chamber falls silent, the shadows retreating, leaving only the steady hum of the stasis pod. Dr. Ward collapses to the ground, her body weak and trembling, but alive. She crawls over to where Exron lies, his form flickering like a fading hologram. He looks at her one last time, a faint, sorrowful smile crossing his lips before his body dissipates, his energy fully consumed by the sealing device. With the Void Seed contained, the chamber's oppressive atmosphere lifts, but Dr. Ward knows the cost. She is the last one left, surrounded by the remnants of an alien civilization and the ghosts of her fallen colleagues. As she drags herself out of the ruins, the desert sun rising in the distance, she carries with her the knowledge that the Void Seed is contained, but not destroyed. Back at the surface, Dr. Ward sends a distress signal, knowing that the outside world will soon come looking for answers. She prepares herself for the questions, the investigations, and the burden of a secret that she knows must never be fully revealed. For even though the entity is sealed away, she understands that they have only delayed its awakening and that somewhere, deep beneath the earth, the Void Seed still waits, feeding on the fear that lingers in the minds of those who have seen what should have remained hidden. In the quiet dawn, as she stares out over the desert, she makes a silent vow to ensure that no one ever unearths the chamber again.